Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we will get started. It is a little after 7, so we'll call the meeting to order at 7:03. I'm Jim Wilkin. I am your vice president. Our president has just flown in today, and so he's not going to make the meeting. Want to welcome everybody. Do we have any new members or visitors tonight? Would you mind standing and telling us your name? Okay, ham radio operator to be. We'll work on that. And everybody else knows everybody, right? We don't need to go around the room and introduce ourselves. Anybody here for the first time? Okay. Okay, great. Thanks for coming. Okay, great, Keith. Thanks for coming. We always like to see you. Far as the minutes from the last meeting, Adam, do you have those? Okay, they were emailed to the membership. Do we have a motion to approve them? James, a second. Okay, Wayne. So moved. And the treasurer's report, Sparky. Okay, thank you, Sparky. Can I get a motion to approve the treasurer's report? Randy, and a second. Okay, thank you, sir. And as far as the committee report, we're making a few changes there. Rachel has volunteered to be our greeter, but with our weather, she's under the weather tonight, and so she couldn't make it. But we want to make sure that you write your info at the sign-in sheet table over there and put your name tag on so we all can put a name with the call sign. And later on, when the video starts, we're going to go back to creating name tags with your picture on them. And so I'll need to get with you to take your picture while the video is running at the end of the meeting, if you would like to have a name tag with your picture on it. Rusty's sister, Katrina, who is the communications coordinator for the Robstown ISD, so she's a really professional in that subject, is volunteered to help with our public information. And so any information that you need to get out that way, make sure you give it to Rusty and he can pass it along. We need a volunteer for refreshment chairman. That's something that we used to have and it's kind of gone away, but we need someone to be responsible for that. The club will pay for it. We just need somebody to pick up the ice and cookies and drinks for each meeting. If somebody would volunteer for that, we would appreciate it. By the way, next month is the club's 40th anniversary. And so our snacks are going to be a cake, a big birthday cake. We need a program chair to be responsible for acquiring a program for each meeting, about 20 minutes maximum. And so if you would be interested in doing that, please let me know. We really need this people. This is your club. And the board likes to point it in a direction. We're doing the best we can do without your input. And so we need your input. We need your assistance. We need your help to make the club go and make the club grow. The Beach to Bay Marathon is one of our annual activities. Rusty, would you mind coming up and filling us in on that, please, sir?
My name is Rusty KFIBXN, and that's my daughter, Katrina, my sister. What does that? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, okay. So we do the Beach to Bay every year, and we are looking for some volunteers, like big time. We need some, and it would really help out. We do have a few now. We just picked up another one today. So the more volunteers we can get, the better. Okay, and being a volunteer at the Beach to Bay, it requires a lot of things. One is number one, you have to have a radio and you have to be a ham operator. But you don't have to be a ham operator to be there. You could help do other stuff as well. We like to have more than just one on each leg. Because sometimes you got to go to the bathroom or somebody calls you off to the side, and it's good to have more than just one person there. And one of the big things is that while we're there as the operators, it's important. It starts at 7. The race starts at 7. Okay, so it's good to be there earlier than 7 o'clock because the nurses and those people that do all that will be there. They get there early and they'll be calling. So they won't use their phones. They'll tell you we need water or we need something that they need there. And then I will be net control. I'll be at the finish line. And the radio operator calls me, then I tell the ambulance people, or there's a doctor. Last there was a doctor there, which is great, and or the nurses, what y'all need at your station, right? So, being the operator there, one of the things that you do is when the first guy comes through, running or walking, or whichever, the first guy that comes through, you report, you call me, let me know it came in at a certain time, and I write it down and I turn it into the announcer or the race people there, right? So that way we actually time the Beach to Bay. The first guy came in after 45 minutes, and then we do the in between, like first, second, and third, and we just kind of keep up with it the whole day, right? But we also there till the last guy comes through as well, right? And that sometimes takes a while. And somebody's walking through real slow with their dog or something, and so we kind of have to wait. And sometimes we have had some problems when the nurses and other people leave and the operators are by themselves, and then somebody be sick. So you can just call me and I will send the ambulance over there or nurses if no one's there, So normally the operator is the last one to leave, just about because everybody's gone and he's there to report the last guy coming through, So, and but if y'all have any questions, feel free to let me know. And if there's anybody got some questions, you can let me know now. No? Okay. I'll be sitting right over there, and I actually got a map, okay, which is a running map, and I've got the station, the legs, that if you want to volunteer, where we could put you in, and what time and where would be more better for you to be as well. Is there anything else, Jim? We're lacking. If we're going to put one in each person, we will be lacking 3. So yeah. So, or really just two. Normally, leg 1 and 2 does the same person that got. They run out and they come back. Right. So that same that does 2 or does 1 does both of them. But uh, we like to have an extra person. That's the other person because sometimes we need help as well. And I'm there on the finish line, and it's just a lot of radio communication. I mean, a lot of it. Calling and back and forth, and they're asking me questions, and they're asking you questions. So you're out there. We need this. We need that. And what's going on? What's the time limit? If the guy go. So we're always going back and forth talking on the radio. So if we have more than one person, that sure would be great. Second, well, we thought about using the A20 unless we're going to use the one Wayne was talking about that 442 or whichever one that we used. Remember the private one that we used? I don't know if we're going to use that. I hadn't spoken with you about that. So yeah, okay. So that would be a UHF. Yeah, yeah. And I have extra radios, HTs. If anybody here wants to participate, doesn't have a radio or your radio breaks or doesn't work or something wrong with it, I take 3 or 4 extra ones and I leave them in the truck just in case somebody needs a radio. They could always come see me. You'll get a Bayfang for not to keep, right? You can bring it back, but but to make sure. But yeah, and unless we're going to change repeaters, we're going to use 820 unless it changes because that's what I know right now. We haven't talked about the other one yet, so yes. At start of each leg, that's right. Yeah. So when the guy's coming in, you write it down who it was that we came through, and then you notify me, and that's how we actually timed the race. So and I let the announcer know, and the other guys that are figuring out how long they're going to be there. So okay, we also have I think Doug is running in it as well, back there in the back. Yeah. Yeah. So after you do your leg, if you're like 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, you can always come see me at the finish. You can always come join at the finish line, and there is a lot of people there, and there's a lot of stuff going on at one time, and the more people at the finish line is, I'll have a table and a canopy right there, so you won't be out in the sun. Say again, cold beer. We don't drink beer. Okay, you can, but I'm just saying we don't. No beer, but uh that's just if anybody has any other questions, feel free to ask. And I'll be sitting right over there. If y'all want some papers and look at them and think about it and let me know. The sooner you know that you want to join, the better. Okay. And we sure would appreciate it if you guys can help us out. Once I get the whole list of everybody, then everyone that's in the race will get that list. Okay. It'll have the call sign, their phone number, and who they are. And I will need everybody's shirt sizes. Right. And then before I will give you all the shirts and I also give you a parking pass. Right. So that way you can park. You don't have to park far away. You can park nearby. And that way you're nearby your stuff, your car, whichever. But the shirt sizes I will need so I can get shirts for you. I will get them Friday before the race. They don't give them to me on Thursday or a week before. Before the race, I go to the college and I get the shirts. Then I notify y'all and meet y'all somewhere and give you your shirts. So good. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Rusty. And the club canopy with our logo and everything is available if you want to use that at any of the locations. Okay. Yep. Well, it's available. Get with me and we'll give it to you. Races in areas with hurricane season coming, emergency communications is on the mind of a lot of people. And we're always looking for more people to be involved. Right now, there are several EOCs that I need to staff. I need somebody that is willing to say, I will be at this EOC, so you can get to know the people there and become their best friend, and they will know you. and it makes things a lot easier when it's blowing outside at about 150 miles an hour. Yes, sir. Yes. Okay. I will certainly talk to you about that then. Well, I guess you can remind me when I have a pen that writes. Field day, always one of our big things that we do. It's going to be June 28th and 29th. The club usually sets up and runs just Saturday, a big social event for us. It's been a long time since we've actually tried to gather points. However, if you want to work overnight or Sunday, that may be able to be uh, fixed up. We are, unless thing changes, we're going to do it at the Museum of Science and History like we did last year. It was really nice, cool, and worked out very well. Plus, the museum uh, radio system that we are installing down there, fingers crossed, will be on the air by that time. And that's good. Right now, we're waiting from the city to tell us where we can put the tower and the tri-bander. They have just installed a new air conditioner, and so they should be letting us know immediately, if not sooner,